Have you ever wondered why two people can earn the exact same amount of money, yet one becomes a millionaire while the other lives paycheck to paycheck? The answer usually isn't income. It's mindset. Millionaires don't just have more money. They think about money differently. And those differences in thinking lead to completely different financial outcomes. The first difference is that millionaires see money as a tool, not a reward. Most people treat every paycheck as permission to spend. They work hard, get paid, and immediately think about what they can buy. A newer phone, a nicer car, a bigger television. Millionaires ask a different question. Instead of asking, "What can I buy?" they ask, "How can this money make me more money?" Every dollar becomes an employee. Its job isn't to sit in a bank account or disappear on impulse purchases. Its job is to generate more dollars. That's why wealthy people buy assets before they buy luxuries. The second difference is that millionaires think in years, not weeks. Most people make financial decisions based on how they'll feel this weekend. Millionaires think about where they'll be in 5, 10, or even 20 years. Imagine someone is offered two choices. Take $1,000 today, or invest that money for future. Many people choose the instant reward. Millionaires understand that patience is often far more profitable. They know that compound growth rewards those who can delay gratification. That's why so many wealthy people seem incredibly patient. They're playing a completely different game. The third difference is that millionaires focus on ownership. Most people spend their lives working for companies. Millionaires spend their lives owning pieces of companies. Whether it's stocks, businesses, real estate, or intellectual property, ownership creates wealth. Think about it. Employees earn income by trading time for money. Owners earn income because something they own produces value. The more assets you own, the less your income depends on your time. That's why ownership is one of the fastest paths toward financial freedom. The fourth difference is how they view risk. Many people think wealthy people love taking risks. In reality, successful millionaires usually avoid unnecessary risks. They research before investing. They diversify. They build emergency funds. They calculate the downside before chasing the upside. The biggest risk to them isn't missing an opportunity. It's losing the money they've already worked hard to build. That's why they rarely gamble on trends or get-rich-quick schemes. Instead, they make informed decisions that consistently move them forward. The fifth difference is that millionaires invest in themselves first. Before buying expensive possessions, they buy knowledge. They read books, attend seminars, take courses, hire mentors, learn valuable skills. The return on education often lasts a lifetime. A single skill like sales, communication, leadership, or marketing can increase your income for decades. That's why many successful people say the best investment they ever made wasn't in the stock market. It was in themselves. The sixth difference is that millionaires understand opportunity cost. Every financial decision has a hidden price. Buying something today often means giving up something much bigger tomorrow. Imagine spending $1,000 on something you don't really need. Now imagine investing that same money every year. After decades, that decision could mean tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Millionaires constantly ask themselves one question: what am I giving up by spending this money? That simple question changes everything. The seventh difference is that they don't try to look rich. This surprises a lot of people. The internet often shows millionaires driving exotic cars and living in giant mansions. But many wealthy people live surprisingly normal lives. They understand that appearances don't create wealth. Assets do. The expensive watch doesn't pay you. The luxury car doesn't generate income, but investments can. Many millionaires become wealthy first. Then they buy luxuries later, often with the income their investments produce. Most people do it the other way around, and that's why they struggle financially. The eighth difference is that millionaires expect setbacks. They don't believe success happens in a straight line. Businesses fail. Markets crash. Investments lose value. Mistakes happen. Instead of quitting, they adapt. Every setback becomes a lesson instead of an excuse. They understand that persistence often beats intelligence. The people who succeed aren't always the smartest. They're often the ones who refuse to give up. The ninth difference is that they value freedom more than status. Most people dream about expensive things. Millionaires often dream about freedom. Freedom to choose how they spend their time. Freedom to travel. Freedom to work because they want to, not because they have to. Money is simply the tool that makes those choices possible. That's why wealthy people often focus on building passive income. The goal isn't just making more money. The goal is creating enough income that work becomes optional. Finally, millionaires understand one truth that most people overlook. Small decisions create big outcomes. No single investment usually makes someone wealthy overnight. Instead, wealth is built through thousands of smart decisions repeated consistently. Saving before spending, investing every month, reading every day, avoiding unnecessary debt, thinking long-term, living below their means, building valuable skills. None of these habits seem extraordinary on their own, but together, they completely change a person's financial future. The biggest difference between millionaires and everyone else isn't their intelligence. It isn't their luck. It isn't even their income. It's the way they think. Because your financial life is shaped by your daily decisions. And your daily decisions are shaped by your mindset. If you start thinking about money the way millionaires do, your financial future begins changing long before your bank account does. That's where every fortune begins, not in a wallet, but in the way you think.